Coach, make an opening statement, and then I'll call on you for questions. It's late back east, guys, just remember.
Thanks for coming. I want to, first of all, thanks to Cal. I'm glad we're not playing them for a little while. I think they're going to be really good down the road. I think the quarterback's a trip play, that tempo style of offense. You can see why they led the nation at Louisiana Tech. I think they're leading the nation right now in throwing. And then I also like to thank our fans. That was, I expected just from years ago, I remember on the road trips, there'd be a bunch of Buckeyes in the stadium, but that was hats off to all those Scarlet Grays that traveled across the country. And then also I got a feeling there's a bunch of California Buckeyes out here too. So what an environment. I thought our guys played well. We came out of the gates really fast. Kenny Guyton really did a nice job. Threw the ball downfield better than he has. And receivers are much better than years ago. You can see the steady improvement they've made. So that'll answer any questions for you.
Front row left, Bill.
Yeah. Could you talk about the decision to have Kenny start and not have Braxton start? How close was that to
Oh, I was, MCL sometimes heal, but, he's the kind of athlete that unless it's, he has to be fully healed. And so I probably knew about Thursday. I was looking at Wednesday, Thursday, that I was looking at Kenny was going to be the guy.
Did you tell Kenny or Braxton before today?
What's that?
Did you tell Kenny or Braxton before today that?
I didn't have to tell him.
Far right, Clay.
Will it be a tough call to sit Kenny down when Braxton is healthy? How will you approach that?
I don't know. I think Kenny will get in the game a little bit. Kenny's throwing the ball better than he has. Throwing the ball downfield. So that's something I got to think about.
Were you ever at ease here? It seems like you got to choke the life out of this team to finally bring them to a halt. Did you ever feel?
Cal?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I felt the same. I never felt comfortable until 3 minutes left or something like that. But no, I never felt comfortable. And then, the hands team. We put the hands team out there and just hope we get the ball back. Because I felt like we could control, running the ball, running the clock out. But I never, not until the end was that comfortable. I really felt like you guys did.
Is this front row, Todd?
Urban, offensively, is this what you want to see from these guys? I mean, this is what you've been sort of waiting to see, and look like you guys.
That was fun to watch. It was fun to watch, and when you're balanced, 332 rushing, 276 passing, of course, that's a silly question. Of course, that's what Jehovah looks like. But the thing you have is you have some guys making plays down the field. We couldn't have done this a year ago. It's not going to happen. And the development of Devin Smith, the development of Corey Brown, Philly Brown, and there's some weapons on offense right now. And Jordan Hall, we didn't have him last year, so there are some weapons that are developed. And Dontre Wilson now, that's a guy that's every once in a while shoestring. Once we get him stronger, he's going to be a good player for us.
Tim.
Yeah, Urban, was there anything about the defense you just didn't like tonight? And obviously gave up a lot of yards.
I think we missed tackles today. I think we missed tackles.
Yeah.
There was some stupid penalties too that, like Ryan pushing the quarterback. I don't understand that. He's a better player than that. But overall, I'll tell you after I watch the film, we won the game, came out, but we knew there was going to be a lot of yards.
Yeah.
And you're crazy if you think that they're going to just shut them down. The offense did their part. They're up 3 or 4 scores. That makes it easier to play defense.
When you look out there on the field, though, is Kenny seems to just be very comfortable running the offense. Are you amazed? I know we ask you that every week, but are you amazed
He's
by
a
that?
very good distributor. I say that all the time. He gets the ball to the right people at the right time. What I was more impressed with him is the downfield throws. Those were right on the dot now. If you look at Dennis Smith made a couple of excellent catches. But I'm not surprised in distributing the ball the right way. I would say surprised, but he has improved. He's worked really hard. He's improved throwing the ball downfield.
Jared, back row.
Another Kenny question. You had no hesitation running him tonight. He had almost 100 yards. He had 92 yards. I just wondered, did you at any point consider that managing his health through the game as well?
Yeah, a couple of them. We like the speed option. We thought that was going to be. Usually the quarterbacks don't run that. They ran to the pitch. And of course, Kenny to run the big one. That was a big play on 4th down. But yeah, that's part of our offense too. Notice this year it's much less than it was a year ago. But I'm encouraged that he had 14. Yeah, that's probably a couple too many.
Last 2 questions, Ari and then Clay.
Coach, you mentioned that you talked about Dontre Wilson for a second there. It seemed like you guys made a more concerted effort to get on the ball. Having somebody like that on the field that can stretch the defense, kind of ease the blow a little bit for not having that dynamic, maybe runaway, breakaway talent.
Well, last year our breakaway talent was only number 5. And now there's some other guys that have a little bit of breakaway. Number 1's the one guy on top of my head, but Jordan did a nice job. But having, to answer your question, to have a horizontal threat in this offense, other than your quarterback, that's a must. And that's why we're recruiting like we're recruiting, and that's why we distribute the ball like that.
Coach, how about your pace of play? They were talking about they wanted to run 100 plays. Did you try to match that? Did you say, hey, we can play this game? We're evolving into that kind of team.
Well, I was watching Oregon a little bit today, we do want to be a more of an up-tempo team than we were last year. This year you saw more of the tempo that, I know Tom Herman wants to go more and more. I sometimes slow him down a little bit because, I just think, that's who we want to be, as a very up-tempo team.
Last question with the Cal students, Coach.
Coach, could you share your thoughts on share your thoughts on true freshman quarterback Jared Duff?
Yeah, I think he's tremendous. I went totally back to the game, and I think they got some really good wideouts. So that's a big strapping freshman. Like I said, they've seen the bowl game. We're not going to play for a couple of years. So I think he's going to be really good. A lot of respect for him. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Coach.
Guys, we're gonna break out.